Good morning. It is 26 minutes past 11, and you are tuned into Oasis FM, the station that brings the living waters. In studio with me today is the lovely Vicki Fourie. Hi, Vicki.
Hi, Yolanda. It's lovely to be here on this beautiful morning.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
No, it's finally summer.
Yes, I've been waiting for summer. I'm so tired of my winter wardrobe. But Vicki and I will be chatting about something very exciting. We'll be chatting about, tell us, Vicki.
We're gonna talk about Royal Priesthood. Ooh, I love this topic.
That's exciting. That's exciting for me. So we are live both on Instagram and on Facebook. So go to Oasis FM's Facebook and Instagram pages. You can tune in and enjoy our conversation from there as well. If I do move out of the screen, I'm not running away. I'm just changing the music or adjusting the sound levels. But Vicki, maybe first you can tell us a little bit about when was the first time you understood what it means to be a daughter of the King of Kings?
Yes, I think the last time we talked together, it was also about identity. I'm trying to remember when was this. I think it was a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was still winter because I was wearing my thick jacket and it was cold. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So I think the first time I realized that I'm a daughter of the king of kings. It's like way high. I think the first time I realized that was probably when I finished high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I finished high school and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And it's such an important thing to discover. What do you want to do with your life?
Yeah.
Yes. And I remember some people gave me prophetic words.
Mm-hmm.
And I read them and most of them was on Esther.
Oh.
Queen Esther of the Bible.
Okay.
Yes, and when I read the story of Esther, I thought, but am I supposed to marry into royalty? Am I supposed to find a prince?
Yeah.
I didn't understand it at the time, but as time went on, I realized that Esther, she competed in a beauty pageant.
Uh-huh.
They took all the most beautiful girls of the land, and then the king chose his most beautiful girl,
Yeah.
and it was Esther.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing beauty pageants.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
I started doing beauty pageants and I competed in the Miss Deep South Africa.
Yes.
And it just opened up a new stage for me when I could do motivational talks and write and do all kinds of stuff. And that's how I was able to find out that this is what I'm supposed to do with my life.
Wow.
And but it all started with this prophetic word about Esther.
That is profound.
Esther of the Bible. And that's when I realized, what God actually, he sees me as a daughter of the royal priesthood, and I'm like Esther of modern times.
Incredible. And I mean, Esther was she wasn't an insignificant role. She actually impacted,
Yes.
yeah, so she actually could advocate for her people because of where she was positioned.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen you live that way. I love to see you live in such a way that you encourage, that you empower, that you really call out the royalty in people.
Yes, and so after I won Miss Big South Africa, I was the first girl who could speak like a hearing person. Previously, all the Miss Big SA winners, they used sign language as means of communication, so they didn't have a voice.
Yeah.
So, but I have a voice, and I learned how to speak from an early age. And so I was able to go on radio programs, on the television, and that's how I was able to be an ambassador for the deaf people.
That's incredible.
And I raise an awareness of what's going on with the deaf people and the struggles that we have and the challenges that we have to overcome. And that's what Esther did. You know, she really stood up for her people, and she actually saved her people from death.
It's true.
Yes, and so I mean, it's just amazing what happens when you decide, but I'm gonna focus on what God wants me to do, and then it's just amazing, amazing. And as Miss Dave South Africa, I was treated like royalty. I was treated like royalty. Everywhere I went, people wrote out the red carpet for me, and they were always excited to meet me, the celebrity, and when I did my motivational talks, people would come up and they wanted to take photos with me and get my autograph, buy my books. And so I had a taste of what it's like to be royal. But it's something that has to happen inside of you.
Yeah.
I can actually think that there's a lot of people today that got all the money in the world, that got everything that their hearts desire for, and they still feel miserable inside.
Yeah, that's true.
And so for me, royalty is really how you present yourself. How do you treat other people? And do you live from a place of I'm royalty, I'm important. And it's not I'm hoogmoed, it's not I'm boasting or it's not like saying I'm better than you. It's just that I know that I come from a place of royalty because my father is the King of Kings.
Come on.
Yeah, and imagine the power and the authority that you actually have inside of you.
Yeah.
And we don't really use it.
No, because we don't know who we are.
Yeah. So it all starts with that going on inside of you.
Yeah, I think that's so true. Friends, it would be so lovely to hear your story. Share a little bit about, was there a moment in your life when, you discovered who you are in Him? And that is a royal daughter or son of the King. So encouraging, Vicki. I think the next question I have for you, Vicki, is like, so what happens? What is the effect of understanding internally that I am a royal, I'm part of the royal priesthood? I want to speak specifically about the priesthood, because some people think I need a platform, or I need to be a pastor, or I need, some form of church to acknowledge me before I can minister as part of the royal priesthood.
Well, I'm just thinking last night I was at Jeffrey's Bay Primary School and we did prophetic activations with the kids, and we taught them what it means to hear God's voice for yourself and to prophesy over others. Yeah. And I saw in this group of 30 kids, there was about 30 kids, I saw in this group that some of them got it easily. It was so easy for them to hear God's voice, and then some of them struggled like really bad. It was like there was just this wall, and they just couldn't hear God's voice. Yeah. And I was just thinking about that, and I was wondering about why is it easy for some people and difficult for others? And I realized that it could be that it's an identity issue. You think you're not worthy enough. You think you don't have what it takes. You think that you're not so important. And I could see the disappointment with some of the kids. They were having a hard time. And after the evening was over and they went home, I just prayed over them that the lie won't come into their hearts of you can't hear God's voice and you're not important, you're not royalty. You're not chosen, you're not handpicked, you're not special enough. Because that's a lie from the devil. Yeah. And so I just prayed over those kids and I just covered them and with God's love and God's acceptance, and that they are in love, they are worthy, even though they couldn't hear God's voice. And so I think oftentimes we go through stuff in life and people speak things over us. People speak without meaning to, and they speak into our identity. And so I think that's why often we think that I'm not a priest. I don't have that royal priesthood. I don't have that calling on my life. and often it's because of what was spoken over our lives. And so it's a journey. You know, it's a journey. It's not like an overnight thing where you can just snap it and you can just go on, you know. And yes, so for me, I mean, I was Miss Big South Africa, and I was a motivational speaker for a long time, and I was treated like royalty. And I thought, you know, I am royal, you know, I'm Miss Big South Africa, so I'm important, you know, I'm part of this exclusive club, you know, of celebrities. And but then I went to Bethel, BSSM, I did Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry in America. And people started prophesying over us, but they kept saying to me, you're an Esther, you're royalty, you're chosen, you were born for such a time as this. And they were speaking all the same old stuff over me. And I kept thinking, but I already know this stuff. I already know that I'm a royal priesthood. So why are people just, it's like a broken record, you know, they just keep repeating the same stuff over and over again. And I was actually complaining to my friend, and I said to her, but I want to hear new stuff. I want new stuff, you know, this is old stuff. I've heard it so many times in my life, and then one of my readers overheard this conversation. And she came up to me and she said, you know what, Vicki, maybe God is trying to teach you something. Maybe it's not deep enough. Maybe it's not like part of your identity. And I realized, you know what, that's true, because I won Miss Big South Africa in 2009. And I did better in 2017, so there's like a big gap. And so I was no longer this celebrity, I was no longer this famous person, and so I was no longer Miss Big South Africa. And it was like God was trying to tell me, but shake it off. That's not really who you are. Who you are is something inside of you, and it's something that can't be taken away from you. So with Big South Africa's, someone else was crowned, and I had to give the crown over, and I'm no longer that person. It's old wine. But now the fact that God is actually establishing it inside of my heart, that I am royalty, I am a royal priesthood. So it's a journey. You know, it's a journey that you have to go through, and yes. So
wow. So much to say there, but I think what I'm really hearing is that our God is one who affirms our identity continuously, sometimes repeating the same thing until we believe Him. How kind is He? How good is He? I think for me, what comes to mind is just an experience I had, like we were talking about how we can go through life and people can speak things over us, and we can think, oh, it doesn't affect me, but I had an experience a while back where the Lord was just showing me that like I had like names written all over me on like permanent marker, and I saw Him come and just like remove each one of them. It was during a time of worship, and He was just removing each name that He did not call me by, that He did not define me by, and then He reaffirmed who I am in Him and said, "You are mine. You are my beloved, my chosen royal priesthood." And that really stuck with me. He's really fierce about that. And I think we go through life, even to this day, even in the middle of a day, the Lord will say, yeah, in that conversation, you put on this cloak of shame. May I remove that from you, because that's not what I chose you for. And I say, yes, please, too. Like, take it off. So it's wonderful that one, our crown can never fall. We can never not be royal again, because of His work in us and because of how He has chosen us as His children. That decision can never be undone. But I love that He continues to remind us. We can think, oh, because this happened, my crown is gone. And He, in different ways, in different seasons of our lives, He just reminds us, look there. Yes, it's still there. You're still my daughter, and you're still my son, in whom I'm well pleased.
Yes. Yes, no, you're absolutely right. And you know, I think we can often pick up if someone is actually living a royal lifestyle. And it's not the cars that they're driving, it's not the clothes, it's not the jewelry that they're wearing or whatever, you know, it's not the big fancy house. It's just the way you present yourself.
Yeah. How you carry yourself.
Yeah, how you carry yourself, yes.
Yeah. We're gonna chat a little bit more about that after the break. Let's take a moment to enjoy John Mark Quintana's Diamonds as Your Skin. And then when we're back, we're gonna chat a little bit more about carrying yourself as a royal son and daughter. Awesome.
So is everything okay with the tables and everything?
Yeah.
And I shouldn't come in under.
There was a sound that just cool. I wonder, maybe you could also share a bit about like when you went from your 20s, you know, your transition like into 30,
Yes.
and what royalty felt like in that context, or in that sense, or what it has felt like. Because I feel like it deepens over
So this
time.
thing of crystallization.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. See,
No problem.
there.
I mean, it's a difficult thing when you haven't experienced it, so it's hard to tell people what it's like.
Yeah. Which is why I think the best thing that we can do is point people to the king. You know, if they have an encounter or meeting with the King of Kings and experience him say, "You are my child," or
Yes.
"I love you," then I think that changes things. You know, he is the one, he is the father, he is the one that defines and affirms identity. And I think we can only echo or repeat what he's saying over people. And then people go, oh, like with you, you go, oh, okay, surely God must be serious about this Esther situation. So yeah, I think identity in Christ is always a difficult thing because people can't relate to him as having chosen them, called them by name towards himself, and it's difficult for me to convince you,
Yeah.
you know, that you are
Yeah,
wrong.
but you have to do yourself from you have to do yourself.
Yes. Yeah. And that's my hope. Like, even as you live your life, it's beautiful how you live out what He has spoken over you. And I think that causes others to go, there must be more for me in the Lord. Surely, yeah. So we do, I think, contribute in a small way in encouraging people to go back to Him and to give her own identity to be like, okay, I see you blessing and loving on Vicki the way that you are. It's not available for me, and I think that's what we can do, share how He loves us, how He lavishes us. And hopefully that testimony will spark faith, increase faith. Cool, we have a little bit of time. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I can share this thing. This girl, there was this one girl, she gave this to me last night. And she wrote in the back, very sweet. But then she told me a story about how this girl, she's friends with somebody, I can say that. Yeah. It's a little bit of a testimony of what it's like to hear God to yourself or through other people.
I think that's good.
And how it confirms your identity.
Yeah.
and you can learn from a place of royalty and now but God actually expecting me.
Yeah.
So I can feel that as well.
That's good. I love it. Okay. Just gonna check here. Okay. 20 seconds. Go live now. Amen. Hi again, friends. You're tuned into Chosen for Love here in Oasis FM 89.8. I'm Yolanda Jordan, and I'm here with Vicki for Read, and we've been hanging out, just chatting a little bit about what it means to be part of the Royal Priesthood. Just before the break, we were just unpacking royalty. Vicki shared beautifully about just a prophetic word over her life as being a Queen Esther of this time. So now we're just gonna continue a little bit and dive a little bit deeper, but hopefully to just encourage you to walk in your identity as a chosen royal priesthood. And Vicki, before we get started on that, maybe you can share the testimony you wanted to share.
Okay, yes, so last night I was at Vicki's primary school and we were doing a prophetic activation session with the teenagers. I think they were called marketing. Marketing, that's the group name, marketing, not marketing, but marketing.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting name. Anyway, so I was with this group, lovely teenagers, and we were teaching them on what it means to hear God's voice for yourself and to hear God's voice for other people, to sow into other people's lives and to bless them. And there was this girl who came up to me, and so remember this is their first time doing prophetic stuff, and so they're like completely walking on water, and it's weird and it's uncomfortable, and you don't know what to expect, and so this girl, this 12-year-old girl, she came up to me, and they were supposed to prophesy over each other, but one of them came up to me. I was one of the facilitators. And she said to me, you know what, I want to tell you a story, but I don't know why I'm supposed to tell you the story. So, that's how Holy Spirit works. He just gently nudges you, like this gut feeling that you get this feeling of, okay, maybe I'm supposed to do this, and that's how you walk on water. You have to do this in faith. Yes. You don't know what it's going to look like. Yeah. You don't know what the results will be. Yeah. And she said to me, you know what? I have a friend and her name is Hope. And Hope was adopted as a baby. Her mom couldn't take care of her, she was too sick. And now Hope is with us today, and she's one of my best friends, and I love her so much. And then she gave me this coloring, and on the coloring it says Hope. It's Hope. And as she shared this with me, I said to her, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Because my grandmother's second name was Hope. Yeah. My mom's second name is Hope. Yeah. And I don't have a middle name. I don't have a second name. And I always wanted to have a second name. I'm just Vicki. I'm not even Victoria, I'm just Vicki. And but lately, God has been speaking to me about He wants to give me a second name, and He wants it to be Hope. Wow. And it's so a testimony of the season that I'm in. I'm in the season of hope. And so this girl, she came up to me, she gave me this, and she had no idea who I was or what my name was or whatever. And she just affirmed what Holy Spirit has been working through in my life. And so that's what it means to actually hear God's voice for yourself and through someone else. And it just reaffirms your identity. And then you can live from a place of royalty, of knowing that God actually cares about me, the King of Kings, and I'm his princess. In my case, I feel like I'm a queen. I don't feel like a princess, I feel like a queen. And yes, and it's just beautiful to be able to live from that place of hope, of knowing that this is who I am, and this is how I can present myself. This is how I can treat other people, because I'm royalty. I'm so important.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Love the story. Sure. Very encouraged. I think just looking at our time, maybe we can spend the last part of our conversation leaning in a little bit to what you're sharing about, like hearing God for yourself, because I think we were talking about this during the break that lots of people can say things to you to try and encourage you in your identity. And until you hear God, the King of Kings, for yourself, it's going to be difficult to receive that as you.
Yes, so I'm just thinking, I'm in my 30s now, and I'm 33 years old, and when I was in my 20s, I spent a lot of time chasing after stuff that I really wanted to do. I wanted to become a TV presenter. I wanted to do movies, and that was my dream. I wanted to go to Hollywood, and that was like my actual plan, to end up there. And the more I tried, the more the doors just kept slamming shut, but the slamming in my face, and the doors didn't want to open up. And so disappointment started to creep up in my heart, and I just felt like, but I thought that this was what I was supposed to do with my life. I was supposed to win with this SA, and then from there on I could become an actress, and that was the plan, and it wasn't working out. And so I started experiencing disappointment after disappointment, and I just couldn't understand why things are not working out for me. And so eventually the disappointment became such a stronghold in my life that it turned into bitterness. Wow. I became bitter about life. I thought, life is not worth living. I was disappointed. So whenever I meet people and I pick up this bitterness, the actual cause of it is that you have disappointment in your life. And disappointment is actually when you try to control things. We want to control, we want to handle things ourselves, we want to do it on our own. But that's actually the opposite of being a child of God. When you're royalty, you know that the King of Kings, he has your best interests at heart, and he knows the plans he has to do. And so there's this tension between, okay, am I going to choose disappointment, or will I choose to surrender? To give it all up to God.
That's a difficult word and process, but I think we could say so much more about that, but I think one thing that makes surrender difficult is that maybe we think our plans for our lives are better than God's plans for our lives. And I think even beneath that, a level deeper, we have a difficult time trusting God.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, we don't trust him enough. We don't do that. Yes.
So we don't believe that he is worthy of our trust, and so we try to make things happen for ourselves. And when they don't work out, we get upset at him. So I think maybe to close off in prayer here, Really pray for those that are maybe in disappointment or experiencing bitterness. Yeah, just feel like the Lord wants to remove any barriers that get in the way of people hearing His loving, affirming voice over their lives. Yeah, that He might empower them with His grace to yield to Him because He truly is trustworthy. But He's beautiful. He doesn't have to, but He really tries to let us know that we can truly trust Him. Yeah, so maybe that's how we should end off. It's just with prayer.
That's a good idea. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father God, you're the King of Kings. Wow. Thank you that we can enter boldly into your throne room, like what Queen Esther did. She entered boldly into the throne room and she saved her people. And that's what we can do as well. We can just come to you. And I feel like we have an opportunity now to actually give those disappointments. And we can just lie down at the feet of the King of Kings. So let's just surrender those disappointments, the bitterness and the dreams that don't work out and the things that we're trying to control. So let's just surrender that. And say, but Lord Jesus, what do you have for me in return? What do you give to me in return? And I just want to say, Jesus Bible has this prophetic word over the town, and that this is a place of restoration. So I just declare right now, everyone that's listening, I declare this powerful thing of restoration, because God is the God who restores things. And so Father God, will you just come and restore the hearts of the people and the hope. I feel like hope is being restored right now. And so, Father God, thank you that we can live from a place of royalty, and that is our inheritance. That is who we are. And so, thank you, Lord, we just receive that and we say, but this is who I am. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. I trust that you have been encouraged, wonderful friends. Yeah, thank you so much, Vicki, for hanging out with us. It's always such a joy and a pleasure. Just quickly tell us, where can people find you if they want to just maybe follow up and chat with you or read some of the stuff that you write?
Yes. Okay, so I've got a website. It's Vicki Fury, so it's VICKI Fury FOURIE.com. So that's the website's name. I'm also on Facebook. You can just type in Vicki Fury, and on Instagram as well. It's Fury Vicki.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, friends. We are out of time. We will have news highlights in minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Connect with you next week, Thursday, same time. Goodbye.